Alrighty, so with the various streams and recordings up, who wants to talk about what happened last game?
So Alina proposed to Say. That didn't go very well. Say felt like Alina was only proposing to her because she pitied her. She has run off to go do gunslinger work. Ilya knows where she is. Ilya is not telling. It's really awkward. So all in all, it's a good time for us to leave town and go to the High Forest and Kars and eventually Hell. It's going to be great. And we're off to a great start. You know, we're walking through the forest. We've got a baby dragon who doesn't really know how to be stealthy. We didn't really have much of a plan instantly for what to do when we got to the High Forest, and some folks were kind of not happy about that. And so, and that's a fair question, Liz, about whether Sable doesn't know how to be stealthy or isn't interested in trying. And so, there was some, no, it was not our most harmonious walk through the forest to try to get to the grandfather tree. We had some interesting encounters along the way. Bosun had his narrative of pointing out tree person. And so Curran had quite the interesting conversation with one of those tree people about such things as the nature of time and the nature of magic and what is a room and enjoy your sunbeam. Do you like sunbeams? It's not really my sunbeam. What's ownership? Really, I applaud Curran for getting through that conversation because I know that did not really play to her strengths as a person, but she is very charming and charismatic. Also, Grimm got to try out one of their new, I don't know if it's a Mystic Arcanum or an Eldritch Invocation, but they got to teleport all of us across a river, and it was really cool.
It's just a totally normal sorcerer spell. Totally normal. Doesn't come from anywhere weird. Totally normal spell.
Totally. Yeah, exactly. And then eventually, we found some people whom Bosun described as flesh people. They had been instructed to, if anybody was carrying the symbols of the 12, bring them right to Sheridan. So we went and talked to Sheridan. Now, the rumors that she can instantly see the value of a person are not completely true because that's more complicated than it seems. But is she unnerving? Yep, she is. She will give us a ritual that we can use in order to destroy the gates so that they cannot be used to bring back Tiamat. However, Tiamat could always come back on her own because she's a goddess. And there's not really going to be any stopping that if she is truly determined to come back. So that's fine. And then it was time for dinner, and we found ourselves at Kezia's campfire. Fun fact, Kezia and Sheridan are married and have had a kid. Other fun fact, the 12 was definitely some sort of a polycule / various romantic and sexual relationships. Kezia doesn't really know the details, though. He's kind of oblivious about that kind of thing. He didn't even know he and Sheridan were dating for months. Also, he's a really great cook. He taught Grimm how to make bao. He served us some noodles. His opinions of the 12 are entirely based on what they thought of his cooking. And he is also willing to look over the dossier and provide some light edits for Bones. So, yeah, where we left off, he was just about to bring us some dessert.
Actually, I believe he had darted off because someone was in his library.
Someone was diddling in his library.
Someone's diddling in his library.
Presumably
common-
Sheridan, but I guess we didn't actually clarify that. Could be anyone.
It's fine.
Monologue tokens are reset, yes.
Oh
They were
boy.
used a lot last game.
And these are the events this was the evening of Nightal the 17th. Although if I remember correctly, it may still feel like mid-afternoon.
Yeah.
So we'll find out together how this plays on our calendar.
It's evening in our hearts.
Always evening in some of our hearts.
Archdruids. Time and space gets fucky. Yeah, so you guys have been left at Ketsia's fire. No, let's be honest, he's a wizard. It's a table. He has a table. He's a civilized gentleman.
I seem to remember that there was like stumps.
There
Yeah,
are
on
stumps. I feel like
a
it's
stump table.
stumps around a low table. Like
Oh,
Yeah.
nice! Like a
coffee
Yeah.
level, like coffee table height, and little stumps around it.
that sounds real comfy. Grim's just eating Bowen noodles.
Eliana's a little bit zoned out.
Oh, Grim is aggressively just not talking and just eating Bowen noodles because the last thing that the end of the last session was indeed the conversation about whether or not diddling was a euphemism.
Erebus will turn to Eliana and say, "Hey, are you okay?"
Oh, it's just been a really long day.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, sure has. Even though broad daylight. Look at that.
Yeah. Really weird.
I mean, I guess we were warned that time was going to be weird around here.
Yeah, and it was true. Sorry, I want to be more with it, but I'm
No, you're okay. You're fine. Yeah, just wanted to check. You do you.
Thanks.
Sounds like we're just chilling
Yep.
until
Just
Katsuya returns
eating.
or something else happens, unless
Okay.
Just
Druid has
eating
something.
dinner.
Yeah.
Dinner goes by pretty quietly. Nothing. Yeah, nothing specifically noticeable. And you guys are kind of left to yourselves. At some point, a tired looking tiefling gentleman kind of wanders in, gives you a wave, fills a bowl full of noodles, and then just wanders off. Like he has no interest in having a conversation with you.
That's fair.
It's a few
Is
hours. Oh, go ahead.
Is Garlic still like scowling down at us, or is Garlic moved off?
Garlic has flown off to go find himself some dinner.
Delightful. Love
Being
that for Garlic.
less than impressed by noodles. Despite his owner's most fervent wishes.
Rough life, Garlic.
But yeah. It's getting late, as far as your internal clocks say. Probably a few hours go by. Ketsia has not returned.
I'm trying to decide how
Well-
long Grim actually is going to sit here without. Like, they're happily eating, but they probably don't get past an hour just sitting here. Go ahead, Irvis.
Well, it looks like Ketsia isn't in a hurry to come back. Should we do what Sheridan suggested and find a place to rest?
How about... Actually, if Grim has been sort of thinking about getting up for a minute, would have been sort of scanning the area to see if there's any place likely looking. Is there any place likely looking?
For a place to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's these little, I guess the best way to describe them would be patios. Just kind of around the tree. And some of them seem to be claimed and very, lived in. And some of them are just empty. Every once in a while you just kind of spot one that just has, someone just opens up their bedroll and just lays down in it. Seems like it's very loosey-goosey as far as this is where I live.
Oh, how about there? Grim will point at one of the empty ones.
Sure.
Looks good to me.
Corinne looks a little bit sad, but nods.
I didn't bring the hammocks because you hate them. Would you like me to try to make you a hammock?
When did I say I hated the hammocks?
I believe in the middle of the night on the last ship. You were very sleep deprived. You said all sorts of things.
You really shouldn't pay much mind to anything I said when I could not sleep well. I cannot be held responsible for any of that.
I agree to disagree.
Excuse me.
Is there anywhere to put the bowls? Like we have dishes in front of us.
Yeah, there's
an optional wash station.
Yeah, there is definitely a wash station.
Grim will pick up their bowl and then stack Corinne's bowl atop it. And if Eliana and Erebus are done, they will stack additional bowls atop that. And attempt to stack
Erebus
the wash
is done.
station.
Eliana will
Thank you,
thank
Grim.
them.
Alright, finding a place to sleep for the night.
Yep.
Yep.
Easy enough. Rolling out your bedrolls, you guys get comfortable and spend the evening. Yeah, night in quotation marks.
Eliana will also dash off her evening letter to Uriel,
Okay.
which I will read and also plop into the chat.
Ooh.
Dear one, it's been a long day. I'm not even sure if it's over for you the way it feels like it is for me. When you write back, would you tell me what date and time it is? Time is strange near the grandfather tree in the high forest. It feels as though it should be the evening of Nighthall 17, but it's still bright here. We walked through the forest for what felt like a whole day, and it is hard to do that when you have a young dragon who doesn't know how to be sneaky in your group, and your friends are not happy, so no one is happy. Yes, we have a young dragon in our custody now, thanks to Ava. We heard from Ilya this morning about what happened with Alina and Say. I hope you're all doing all right. See you soon. Yours, Eliana.
Okay.
Grim is going to have several billion sendings to send.
Okay.
Because of course they are.
Let's
But
get
unless
there.
there's a response to the journal first.
Not at first.
Delightful. So, I have one spell slot left at the moment, and the short rest recovery. So, first sending will be to Dahlia, following on the paper bird that they had sent earlier in the day before leaving Waterdeep. Hello, Grim here. Hope you're more awake now than you would have been this morning. How goes the gang war situation? Or anything else? Oh, it's 25 words exactly. And the paper bird was basically, I'm going to check in with you later on to find out about that stuff you were looking into for me, which was just Dahlia keeping her ears open for anything about the gang war situation.
Okay. Give me just a moment. Writing my response. You get a response. Seems a little harried, like maybe she's kind of in the middle of something, but you get, gang war has calmed down a bit for now, but it's tense. People are just tense and scared. I think things will pop off soon. I hired security.
That seems smart of her. Delightful. Can I get the text of that? Thank you. All right. Grim will. Okay. So that is Grim's last spell slot. They will use their relic short rest to regain their spell slots. Next one goes to Avalie. Avalie, it's this is Grim. I do not entirely know where to start, but if you find yourself in need of safety, you can. And then that's 25 words right there. So they will immediately then recast. You can go to the wizards. I suppose there are many wizards' towers in the city. The one belonging to... Yeah, Grim would have remembered or figured out what Vetch's first name was in exchange for this. The one belonging to Reginald Crosp. They will help. And that is also like it's like it would come through as if there was supposed to be more like at least another word or two. But that's 25 right there. So
Okay.
The additional words would not come through. And then they're just going to sit there and wait, visibly very nervous, if anyone happens to be anywhere near looking at them. Very nervous and very focused.
Would it be interesting to you to have Erebus notice this?
It would be interesting for you to play your character however you would like to play your character.
Okay.
It's D&D. I only play my character in D&D. You're on your own.
Okay. Sorry. Erebus glances over at Grim. She is in the middle of writing a letter to Romuald.
Did he let her know he's free?
She's
Actually,
not gonna wait for that.
Grim, you get a response.
Oh.
Ooh, okay.
My old friend, I am not in any danger. I have found a higher purpose. Next time you are in town, you may come find me.
Wow. Can I attempt to insight?
Sure.
I think what Grim would like to insight is sanity level.
Uh-huh.
Based on these words and delivery, Grim is not concerned about the thing that they thought they should be concerned about, which is, are you just putting on a brave face? But 21.
You know that... Oh, gosh. You know when your old friend from high school reaches out to you with too many emojis with that, "Hi, hun!"
She's got an MLM!
Feels like an MLM.
Oh.
Or whatever the Water Davian version is.
Wow.
She would like to talk to you about essential oils.
Okay. Grim is not going to respond to that yet.
That seems fair.
Maybe, yeah. Oh dear.
What does Grim's face look like now?
Still very nervous, but now in a different way. Like, they went from the nervousness of, like, anticipation and fear on tenterhooks, and not knowing what response they wanted, to, like, there was about two my old friends worth of my old friend. No, but I'm 2 sentences. My old friend, I'm not in any danger. That's probably all. So there was a rush of relief, followed by, I think, recognition and like let me. Ooh, that's real bad. And like growing horror.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, Erebus was going to not interrupt them, but now something seems actually wrong. She pauses her pen and says, Grim?
They jump. Like, they're sitting down. Like, it's like a startle.
I did it again. I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
That's a very complicated question today.
Okay.
I am
is
uninjured.
something happened in the last 10 seconds that concerns you specifically?
Not me specifically so much. I've gotten some news, and it is not the bad news. Well, it is not the absence of news, which is good. And it is not any variety of the bad news that I expected it might be. It might be a different kind of bad news. But that is a problem for future, probably future all of us, but certainly future me.
Okay.
Does that answer the question?
Sort of. Does Erebus know the sending face by now?
Yes. Yes. Like they've cast the spell a lot. She's seen it. And they do not sort of nod satisfied when she says sort of.
Okay.
That's more, that's better better at question answering than they usually get.
Fair enough. Okay.
Who are you writing?
Oh, Ramiel.
I was hoping you would become awkward and self-conscious. But you're still
I'm always
just
awkward.
looking at me like you wish to continue the conversation.
Well,
So that didn't work.
I see. Well, if this is not a conversation for now, I can go back to doing what I was doing.
I forgot that I was supposed to say thank you for the shirts. Thank you for the shirts.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I hope you like them.
And they just kind of are looking at her like with the expression of they remember that there's another step that they were supposed to do after saying thank you, and they can't remember what it is.
She just smiles because she also doesn't know what's happening right now. But she's just like, I'll let it go for now, but I just wanted to check in on you because I was worried.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
I'm now going to tell Calindra about our delicious dinner, and that will make it better.
Okay. Let me know what she says. If she's wildly jealous that we had such a delicious dinner.
And Grim will use their last spell slot to cast Sending to Calindra. I'm not going to try to draft this because what they are doing is attempting to convey in 25 words as much as they can about like what would need to be put into place to recreate the steam buns at the last call. So it may just be a shopping list. But also like if they can fit in a sentence or two, like a couple words of description of what they're asking her to shop for, they will do so. I don't know if you want me to roll to see if I can see how well that
roll
comes
a
across.
charisma. Roll me a charisma check. You're
Delightful.
You're a warlock. You can bend space time.
16. Not great, not terrible.
You feel like you get like how many words are in a recipe? I'm gonna Google this. Bow recipe.
I have a pretty good hoisin chicken bun recipe, and it's definitely more than 25 words.
You get like the recipe for the dough and maybe like the water through. I'm putting it in word counter now. Yeah, you get like a quarter of the shopping list, maybe half the shopping list through to her, and she's like, right, not at all cryptic, and I definitely got all of that. What?
And now Grim is out of spell slots and with no way of swiftly recovering them. So I guess we'll see if they're still awake in an hour. We don't have to play that out on screen. If they're still awake in an hour, please assume that they sent follow up. If not, then it'll be a fun surprise when we get back.
No,
that's Grim's.
That's definitely the best time to send a very complicated recipe too.
In the middle of the dinner rush. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. You're gonna come back to something resembling steam buns.
I know Calindra. She's gonna do her best.
We'll Calindra will definitely get Philip to do his best.
Yes. All right. That's all of Grim's sendings for now. Thank you.
Meanwhile, Eliana would like to offer Grim one of the pastries that she still has in the bag of holding.
Grim 100% finds the sweetest, sugariest pastry, and thank you.
So you get a response, Eliana. The writing does not. It's Uriel's. It's Uriel's writing, but it looks strange. Like it's very slanted. And some of the letters don't quite look. It looks like they were like. I don't know how to describe it. Have you all seen let's see here.
Is this the thing he does sometimes with, like,
Yeah. Where some of the letters are...
script?
Yeah, some of the letters look more Cyrillic than they look common.
Yeah.
Or Luskin in what we would call it. Yeah, this is the thing. And it just says, "Darling, I'm a very bad judge of time right now." What? I'm sorry things are difficult. Not going well here either.
Okay, she will respond to that. Oh, I am sorry things aren't going well. Please tell me nobody we care about is dead or grievously injured? Do I need to worry about you?
No, but maybe light a candle for my liver.
Right, I am not sure how they feel about such things here at the grandfather tree, but you will be in my thoughts if there is no one to restore you tomorrow morning.
I'm going to beg Auntie Cure for a favor.
Very well. If you are dancing on tables, I am sorry to be missing it.
Not a table dancing sort of night.
No, it isn't. Isn't.
We'll talk more about your baby dragon tomorrow.
Let's do that. Good night.
I mean, yeah, you can make the assumption that Uriel got dragged drinking.
I was gonna hold on Erebus's letter to Romuald, but now I kind of want to see how he would respond.
Sure.
Okay, here we go. Dear Romuald, greetings from the High Forest. So far, it seems like we're getting some very helpful information, so that's good. It makes it worth it to have left again so soon. I hope we'll have some good news to share when we return. Also, just as a warning, my sibling might be making their way over there to meet you before I get back if they haven't already. They had class today, so maybe not? I told Orin about you before we left. I hope that's okay. I hope you've been discharged by now and that everything's okay there. Please be safe. Ideally, you don't need me to tell you that, but I'm saying it anyway. Thinking of you, Erebus. And I'll drop that in the chat as well.
Wonderful. You get a response almost immediately. Dear Erebus, I have been discharged. Yes, actually, I am currently on what they would call light duty, which involves babysitting Alina and Uriel. Currently, I am at the last call, which I think might be your pub. Uriel looks like he is about to curl up under the table and take a nap. Alina looks like she is about to climb on the bar and do another set. Things are going interestingly here. If you run into a red-headed gunslinger, please tie her up and bring her home.
Oh no. She writes back, oh dear, yeah, we heard about the proposal this morning before we left. Sounds like it's not going well for either Alina or Uriel. I'm really sorry to hear that. I don't imagine we have any likelihood of finding Say here in the High Forest, but if we do, I'll let her know.
Don't let her know. Just tie her up and bring her back.
It's not really my style, but I'm sure we can find a happy medium.
Fair enough. I'm going to get Alina off of the bar.
Okay, good luck. Talk soon.
What does Eravis's face look like?
It's just like eyes popping out of her head. Okay, so things in Waterdeep are going interestingly.
I beg your pardon. Grim says around a mouthful of very good, like, apple cider donut.
Ooh, now I want an apple cider donut. And it's entirely the wrong season. Anyway, Eravis looks up and is like, so you all remember how we heard about how Alina's proposal didn't go well last night. Apparently, Alina and Uriel are at the last call drinking, and Ramiel is babysitting them.
Babysitting?
Well, that's how he phrased it. I imagine it's more like keeping an eye on them, but he also mentioned having to drag Alina off the bar after another set.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, it's a...
Why is she on my bar?
You didn't... you dimension doored right out of the carriage the other night, so you didn't see her dancing on the bar when we walked in. Yeah. Apparently that's a thing Alina does.
Did she still have shoot footwear on?
I have no idea.
I'm going to go take a nap.
Okay.
Are you going to get kicked
They're
out of the
and
bar?
lay down and begin short resting for all their work.
Corinne just delightedly leaning in. Are you going to kick her out? Are you going to remotely kick her out of the bar?
Not if you keep talking to me so that I cannot rest.
The next sending is
you
going
should-
to Alina.
You should, Aramis, I would recommend letting Ramiel know that Alina is at risk of being kicked out of the bar remotely by the proprietor.
Okay. Sure. She will write that down. Also, Grim seems to be very perturbed about Alina possibly wearing shoes while dancing on their bar. So she is potentially in danger of getting remotely kicked out by the proprietor of the bar, which they can do because they know sending. So if in about an hour something like to that effect happens, just, heads up.
You do not get a response.
Fair enough. I'm sure Ramiel's busy.
All right. After an hour, Grim gets their short rest.
Oh my
Maybe
god.
more like an hour and 15 minutes, like, how when you lay down and you're like, I need to go to sleep, and like all you can think about is why do your feet feel weird, and has this pillow always been this lumpy, and like, so it's like it takes them a little bit to get comfortable. Yeah, I guess I'm casting Sending to Kalindra first. Is Alina still on the bar? That's all. That's the sending.
No. Also, what was with the sending earlier? I'm very confused. All I got was a list of half a list of ingredients. Or a whole list. I don't understand.
Okay. Grim will use their 2 additional spell slots to further explain the dinner and like what they're what the content, like provide some context for the list of shopping things. in the list of ingredients, and if they can fit any additional ingredients in there, like if there's time to continue the shopping list, they will. But otherwise, they'll just provide context, and that's fine. So Alina has escaped their fury for the moment. They will not forget. I'm adding it to their to-do list right now. But if she's not in the bar right now, then the steam buns is the more pressing concern.
Priorities. All right. Several hours pass. Erebus, your pen twitches to life.
Oh god, okay.
All you get is a drawing of a very large dick.
Oh, Alina has the pen now, I see.
Everyone else is asleep by now, I suppose.
Oh yeah, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. How is Erebus gonna respond to this? She's reasonably certain this isn't Romuel, and she's reasonably certain this is Alina's style. Finally, she says, "Oh, what does she say?" Alina, go to bed, is what she says.
Trying to think what she would write back. It's Alina. You just get a winky face back.
Do I want to know how you got this pen?
You get. This is Thromiel. Winky face, winky face. It's definitely not Romuel.
It's definitely not Romuel.
You do not need an insight check for that. Grim might, but you don't.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't know what Erebus is gonna do. Oh, this is very funny. How do you troll Alina? Erebus doesn't know how you troll Alina. Okay, so then she's gonna write back, okay, Romuel, in all caps, go to bed.
Yeah, it stops responding.
And then, like, 2 hours later, she'll write again, Romuel, I know that wasn't you, just FYI. But she's gonna wait until Alina's probably gotten bored enough to walk away.
If you're amenable to it, I would like to request a monologue from Alina.
Alina? Oh my god.
Oh, incredible.
I don't know if it's a coherent thought. It's series of gifts, yeah. She's it's, I don't know. There is no thought right now. I think it's all just incoherent nonsense. Which is weird, because usually Alina has an internal monologue. It's just that right now it's just complete, it's chaos and gibberish. Chaos and gibberish in like 3 different languages. No thoughts, just vibes. I think it's very much just pinballing from thing to thing to thing, and every time it gets too close to the sad or painful part, she just pinballs over to something else. So that's where Lena is. So.
Yep, that's fair.
So it is just chaotic, like doing the first thing that she can think of to distract herself. Just, yeah, no coherent thought, no inner monologue, just doing things.
Poor Alina. Yeah, that really sucks. Erebus laughs quietly so she doesn't wake up her friends, but kind of knows that Alina's not in a good place right now if she's drunk enough to be stealing other people's telescription pens and pranking them. Just kind of shuts the notebook, sighs to herself, plucks a little bit on her dulcimer for a little bit, and then trances.
Okay. You all wake up in the morning. The smell... Actually, no, never mind. Yeah, you all wake up at very... it's quote-unquote morning. Like, your body knows that it is, in fact, morning. Because it's morning time. But, however, it's like... not early dawn, but definitely like... a little after midnight? Where the sky is just starting to get light again.
What fresh hell is this?
Would you like to go back to sleep until it is properly light several days from now?
Not on this cot, no.
They're just going to, like, drag themselves over to where her bag is and fish around in it until they can find the coffee flask. And just hold it up and offer it to her.
She takes it, drinks heartily from it. I don't understand how people can work a night shift.
I think some of them feel the same way about... Hold on, it will come to me at some point when the day is aligned with the sun again. I'll let you know. It was going to be very clever until I started talking.
Excellent. I will wait to hear from you in 3 days.
And Grim will drag themselves back to their bag and start setting up to make breakfast.
Sounds good. Erebus, Eliana, what are you up to?
Erebus is going to take her dragons for a jog. Because that's been a lot of time sitting around, and Sable has energy, I imagine, by now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so taking the dragons for a jog. No big.
No big. You are joined by various wildlife and humans, and like you're just like running around the woods, and everyone else is a couple other, I'd say solidly 4 other beings of questionable sentience join you for your jog.
Oh, that's so fun. Erebus will wave to them. And say good morning as appropriate. But we're just all having a nice, comfy jog in the woods, I guess.
Yeah, just a nice little morning run.
Yeah. And then after half an hour to an hour, run back toward the tree to see how everyone else is doing.
I think Grim went a little fancy. There's like French toast sticks this morning. Not that they're competing with anyone. They just wanted to make French toast sticks.
Aliana is up. She's put her bedroll in such a way. And she has told Grim that she is very much enjoying the French toast sticks.
The syrup is in that little pitcher there, if you want any. You don't have to have any, but if you want any, it's there.
There's what in the little pitcher?
Syrup.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Thank you.
And there will be a berry sauce in a few moments. It's almost done.
Oh. I am impressed. I know you are not doing this to impress me, but I am impressed anyway.
You may be impressed. I'll allow it.
Very
And they
good.
just kind of grin at her over their shoulder for a second before turning their attention back to the berry sauce.
I'm impressed
She grins.
too. Ketsia says
She grins back at them.
They jump a mile and just barely manage to avoid upending the berry sauce, but they do save it.
It smells quite delicious up here. Ketsia kind of looks to you all.
Would you like custard toast?
That sounds fantastic. He's gonna sit down.
The syrup is there,
He will definitely get
and they're
syrup.
they're shuffling about because they only have enough dishes for the crew.
It's Ketsia. He brought his own plate.
Delightful. Then they will place like 3 French toast. They will carefully select the 3 finest looking French toast sticks. Like one of them is there's one that they had set aside for whenever Corinne wants to eat again, or eat to start with, and they will like put that one of the two other best ones on Ketsia's plate, and then begin cooking more custard toast.
Corinne kind of just like shuffles over, like with her her camp blanket across her shoulders, her coffee flask in hand, and just kind of takes one of the French toast sticks in hand and just like nibbles on it a little bit.
Grim starts to intervene because that one isn't quite perfect by their standards, and then decides not to explain that they just gave away the one that they were saving for her.
Yeah, as they reach for it, she kind of like draws her hand in closer, like the vibe is mine, without actually saying the words.
Delightful. They will realize that the berry sauce is burning. Not burning, like on the verge of burning, and will yelp and return to saving it and pouring it into another little pitcher. This has been Grim's cooking show.
Definitely.
Love it.
So, he kind of nods to you all and eats breakfast. He is excited to eat your breakfast, and he makes all of the noises of someone eating something absolutely delicious.
I need to insight check this to see if he's patronizing me.
Sure.
21 again.
He seems genuine.
Grim gradually relaxes.
Right, so I had a chance to look at your friend's book. Also, I have some notes for you all that Sheridan gave me. As he holds up
Very good. Thank you.
two sheafs of paper. I don't know where all this nickname nonsense came from.
What, like the Uncorrupted?
Right, I think that... So those were meant to be such jokes.
Who came up with them? I thought you were the prankster.
I'll give you two guesses who came up with hilarious pranking titles for us all.
Well, you're friends with a bard.
He puts a
what you
finger on his
expected.
nose and then points to you, Corinne.
See, I was going to say the bear.
Grim chokes on a laugh.
I mean, I thank you for the credit, but no, my point was you were friends with a bard. Why would you not expect these names to become legend if you were also, in fact, ones who sealed Tiamat behind a bunch of random gates?
You don't think about your consequences of your actions when you're in the middle of it.
Speak for yourself.
Well, I do.
He looks to you, and especially at you, oh my god. I'm having a stroke. Especially at you, Eliana. God damn. Really, you have considered the ramifications of your actions of saving the world.
Well, I can't say that I have thought through every
This,
single ramification of every single action, but believe you me, I'm thinking about consequences all the time. I just don't know if I'm right about what I'm thinking.
there's a difference between understanding the consequences and understanding the scope.
She looks at him. There is, but why are you asking me this in particular?
They definitely have. He points to Grim.
Grim is studiously not looking over, very focused on flipping the custard toast sticks.
Right, well, the scope of our actions. We are trying to stop a five-headed dragon goddess from returning to this plane and causing trouble wherever she goes.
Exactly. And have you given a lot of thought to how you will be presented in about 500 years?
Well, see, I had spent most of my adventuring career expecting that I was going to be forgotten much earlier than that. So the idea of being remembered in 500 years is still somewhat new to me.
Exactly. Anyway, so, funny nicknames aside, here's the information you asked Sherry for. Without a hint of irony.
Yeah, I think Grim just briefly freezes, like it's a blue screen of death freeze. Not prolonged, just they're in the middle of flipping a toast stick, and it just is midair on the spatula for a couple of beats longer. And then we'll reach with their no, they're cooking. We'll look around. Is anyone reaching for the the info?
Corinne will take it.
Okay.
If you're looking to be efficient, I'd strongly recommend getting Sherry's gate closed. It's not that far away, probably about a day's travel.
How are we defining a day?
She's very interested in time.
No, I'm just.
It's still 24 hours.
Again, are we talking about a 24-hour period outside of this black hole of what is this warp zone?
He looks at you confused.
Look, she points up at the sky. Is it going to look like this when we get there?
No, it'll probably be noontime. Maybe a little later.
When was the last time you left the tree?
Gods, I think that was when I was a tiefling. Probably 100 or so
Time
years
passes a
back.
bit more quickly away from it, is what she's asking.
Right, it's normal. I understand that the nature of time passes slower here, but it doesn't mean that time actually passes slower here. Unless it does.
Oh,
These
God, you're
sharks-
not helping.
Is it closer to Kars, or is it in the opposite direction of Kars?
Closer to Kars.
Very good. Good, looks relieved.
Eliana also looks relieved. Thank you.
Of course.
And Grim will say for the group, and DM, please, I'm not pulling up the map, so please correct me if this isn't true. If it's closer to Kars, then we should be in good shape for the next event on our schedule regardless. I suppose that depends on how long this ritual takes. That I did not think of, but that's very good.
Do we need any components for this ritual? Can you check that in the paper?
Well, each ritual is different, but the one for Sherry's is you need to plant the seed out of there's a tree ant, and its heart is a seed. Take the seed out of the heart, plant it, and that will destroy the gate. Plant it in the altar.
I feel like we have follow-up questions. But thank you. Is going to look around to see if anyone else wants to talk first before they dive into follow-up questions.
Yes, such as, does this mean we need to kill a tree ant in order to get the seed, in order to plant it, to put it into the altar?
Yes, but you kill it and then you plant it and then it'll come back.
It's just the circle of life happening at an accelerated rate.
Be very unhappy when it comes back. How far away should we be very quickly?
It takes a month or two for it to get mobile again.
And is the gate destroyed at the time of planting, or
Yes.
will we need to return in a month or two? Oh, right. Very good.
In order to seal all the gates, you need to close at least 6.
By close, do you mean destroy?
Yes.
And there is instructions in there for...
Most of them.
All right. That's more than I thought.
And locations?
As best we know. Some we know very specifically, and some we don't know very much at all.
Did you each choose your own?
He nods.
Where's yours?
In the library.
Literally in your library.
Yo! Candlekeep.
Ah,
That's fun.
I think we'd heard a rumor about Candlekeep.
We tried to send Bones there, but she didn't want to go.
Well, perhaps after we show her this, and gestures to the dossier, perhaps she can be persuaded.
When is it not raining in Baldur's Gate? Well, we have to take a boat to get there again. That's fine with me. I'm just thinking of you all. I suppose there are gates other places.
I do think it perhaps would be beneficial to escort Ramiel back home once he's well again.
You just want to watch them and catalog their behavior. They offer her another toast stick.
Eliana looks around and realizes that she hasn't seen Erebus for a while.
Yeah, Erebus is arriving back right about now. Footsteps on whatever you use to get up to the porch. I guess.
It's a ramp.
Okay, there we go. So yeah, there's an elf and a couple of dragons hopping up the ramp.
One is literally hopping.
Yes, correct. Did I hear Ramiel's name? Are you teasing me again without me being here?
Well, not
we'd never
anymore.
leave. We'd never leave you out of a conversation where there's opportunity for teasing you about Ramiel.
Okay.
Has he written? Have you written?
Yes, we've both written, and also Alina stole the pen at some point during the period in which you guys were sleeping.
Did she give it back?
I don't know. I haven't checked.
What did she say? Do I want to know?
Probably not.
It was a picture of a dick, wasn't it?
It sure was. Then she tried to pass it off as being Ramiel's, and even I know that it wasn't him, despite
Ramiel's drawing, or...
Yeah, Corinne also has this look on her face of what?
Eliana is blushing.
Erebus opens the notebook and holds it out to Corinne specifically.
So, to be clear, you mean the drawing was not Ramiel's doing, rather than the drawing is not of Ramiel.
Oh my god! Erebus is like, this did not occur to her at all.
She was just being friendly.
Like, okay.
Wanted to warn
and
you.
We're... Yeah, okay, cool. We are ending this conversation now. What else is going on?
I have so many more questions.
Right. Sheridan's Gate is about a day's travel from here. Don't know if that corresponds to a day outside of here, but the good news is that it's on the way to Kars.
Good. That's helpful.
Well, it's closer to Carson. Maybe we don't know if it's on the way or past or not quite on the way, but nearby. But it's closer to Carson than to here.
Great. Sounds like we'll be able to take care of a bunch of things at once.
Yeah.
Where do we find the treant who would like to be
Reincarnated.
there it is.
Wait, what?
That's how we destroy the gate.
Oh,
Apparently their hearts are seeds or contain seeds, and we need to obtain one and plant it. But presumably they will not give them up for free. Although I, never having met one, I cannot say.
no, they typically don't like to get replanted before their time.
That's a really interesting quality for a druid's gate. But I don't judge. Much. Often.
Purvis is judging a little
Sometimes.
Elian is grinning wider with each qualification.
Grim will dish up, pile several toast sticks on the plate that is for Erebus, and will hold enough for this is Erebus's plate. They do not have a plate for Sable, but there is enough food on here for Erebus and all dragons that Grim is aware of being present.
Excellent. Oh, thank you. And she'll sit down and start eating a French toast stick and handing other sticks to Sable and Bianca. And Bianca's just kind of nibbling hers inquisitively because she's still exploring different kinds of foods.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Sable's just like nom 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 nom.
Sable, yes, reliably nom 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 nom.
Very good. Okay. Well, that's, I guess, a thing that we're going to be doing. There are treants in High Forest somewhere. We can probably track one.
Does the ritual say it needs to be a specific treant, like one that can be found at the gate? Or can it be any treant?
No, it's one you would find at the gate. You'll know him when you see him. He's a big fellow.
Oh.
That's very clear.
So is he just expecting this to happen? Or...
He's the guardian of the gate.
Okay, awesome. I hate this.
I think that means he is not so much expecting this to happen as expecting to prevent entry.
Right.
He also understands that this is the cost sometimes of being a guardian of something.
Grim thinks about it for a minute and then nods.
Why does that not make me feel better? You know what? Never mind. Don't answer that.
Grim was just opening their mouth. But closes it.
Thank you. And Erebus will keep eating, because this is a weird conversation.
Grim is going to put the I think is finished cooking. They have produced enough food for everyone present. Is going to reach for. Has he handed us the dossier notes yet?
Oh yeah, he handed them over.
Can
Corinne
Grim
has
skim them? Oh, delightful. Grim would like to take them from Corinne if she will allow it.
She withholds them for a little bit and makes them work for it.
They drop into Awakened Mind, and with an escalating series of off-favor offers to be collected on a later time.
She waits until about the fourth or fifth one, and then kind of looks thoughtful. And then once number 6 comes around, she looks convinced and hands it over. In sequence, please.
I will, of course. Of course. You didn't think I was going to... try to attempt to skip anything.
I didn't know. It's quite a lot of things.
I think you know.
I do.
They grin at her and pick up a toast strip, dunk it in the syrup, take a bite out of it with one hand, like holding the notes at a safe distance to not risk dripping syrup on them. And it's not going to read them carefully. It just like would like to get a sense of like how many corrections there are here.
So when Bones handed you a dossier that was the size of an average science textbook. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He hands you back a history book. This thing has doubled in size since the last time you handed it to him.
Well, I think Bones will either be very pleased or very unhappy. Either way, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
He nods. Bit of a weird exercise to read academic writing about yourself, but I quite liked it. If your friend seems very insightful, if she would like to come for a visit, they are welcome.
We will let her know. She may bring a wizard if she comes.
I love wizards.
I don't know if that changes your answer.
Is it a friendly wizard?
Oh, right, you're a wizard. Grim does not apologize. They just state this fact.
Is he friendly for a wizard?
I am not the best judge of that. Like, looking at the others. Is he friendly for a wizard?
He's not antagonistic. He's just awkward.
Oh, so
He's awkward?
friendly for a wizard.
He talks. He doesn't cook, to my knowledge.
Well, no one can be
Yeah, he's
perfect.
fine. He teaches people.
Oh, so a teacher. Professor?
Apparently.
Oh, yes, a whole school.
Very interesting. It's really only the three sorts of wizards. The ones that hoard information, the ones that share information, the ones who are batshit crazy.
Why is that 3? Why is that not only 2 with a modifier?
He blinks at you.
Grim takes another bite of their toast strip after dunking it in. Like, they've poured a little bit of syrup onto their own plate. They're not dunking it into the pitcher. The first strip did go into the pitcher, but before they dunked the one that before they dunked one that was gone in their mouth, it goes up. They pour it onto their plate.
I suppose it could be classified like that. And he kind of scratches his head. And you see that you may have caused him to have some sort of existential crisis.
Well, fair's fair.
Turnabout is fair play, I suppose. Right, but if you do want to get going and, go destroy gates, then you probably should get at it. Or you could stay here, if you want to.
No, we are on a schedule. We need to. We should go.
Grim nods and stuffs the rest of the toast strip in their mouth and begins cleaning up.
Yes, right. Thank you for your hospitality.
Always and of course.
you. We've had a very good time here at the tree. Dinner was delicious. And you and Sheridan have been very helpful.
I have questions about your dragon tabaxi friend. Kind of points at Sable.
Sure.
Are you aware
What
that's
sort of
not a dragon?
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, so that would be a no.
What are you talking about?
I mean, it's definitely a dragon spirit. And he kind of comes nose to nose with Sable, who kind of blinks owlishly back at him. Where's the shiny rock?
Bosun dive bombs in where he was sitting, perched atop Corinne's cot. Sable's a tabaxi right now?
Yes.
Okay. Will land atop the, like basically is going to land in Sable's lap and, like, crane his neck to look up at Sable also.
Bosun also wants to know where the shiny is.
Sure does.
Bosun can roll an investigation check.
Oh, Bosun would love to roll an investigation check.
With advantage because there's an elderly wizard helping her. Or helping them.
Oh. Oh, fun fact. Guess who has a... Oh, wow! So that's a 19 on the die, so a 17.
I love him. I love
Incredible.
him.
Bosun hears Shiny Rock. Ketsia behind Bosun going, well, normally they keep it around there. Oh! And Bosun starts tapping on a small gem in the center of Sable's chest.
Like, hanging on a chain around his
Nope.
chest or embedded in his chest?
Embedded.
Like Iron Man style?
Like
Okay.
Iron Man style.
That's
Oh
fun.
my god.
He starts like he's gently tapping on it with his bill while his tentacles like wiggle forward, trying to get a grasp on it.
Bosun, hey. Please don't.
His tentacles wiggle faster, but like they're not
Bosun.
quite long enough to reach past the end of his bill, so he can't actually touch it other than with the tapping.
Hey, this is now not a question anymore. Don't.
Bosun ignores you.
Erebus looks at Grim with the help expression.
Right. And Ketsia reaches forward and taps the gem twice. And you see Sable kind of go, okay. And his form just goes and forms into the gem. A large black gem.
Is it too big for Bosun to pick up?
I wouldn't say it's too big for Bosun to pick up, no. But Bosun has been
Grim
told to leave
snaps
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not by anybody to listen to yet. But yeah, Bosun tries to pick it up. Grim snaps their fingers and unsummons him.
Erebus lunges over and scoops up the gem. Thanks, Grim. What?
It's a dragon spirit.
Ow.
He's not quite a real dragon. I mean, he's a real creature, but they're not dragons per se. They're a dragon spirit.
Oh, this might explain a few things.
That's why he's
Which
so good
thing,
at
please?
shapeshifting.
Well, Ava said he just showed up to the summit out of nowhere, so that could be why.
They do tend to
Okay,
manifest when lots of dragons are in the same area at the same time.
Okay, got it. That That explains a few things. Okay, what do I do with this? Her head is like visibly exploding.
Ketsia just shrugs. He's good at making the chaos, not good at follow through. Like all wizards.
Do I tap it again to get him back out?
Tap it twice.
He does.
Sable reforms. As Toothless Dragon.
Erebus hugs him.
He bounces around. He's very excited. He's excited in the same way he gets excited when he learns new things.
Okay. Cool. Thank you for letting me know.
Is there any way you could put, I don't know, put some sort of... Will it do that if just anyone taps it? Gib looks lightly pained.
I mean, I think he'd have to listen to you.
Oh, very good. I was thinking about Bosun.
Oh, yeah, Bosun would have way too much fun with that. Okay. Sable Tabaxi?
Sable becomes the tabaxi.
Right, if you're done with your very nice magic tricks, can we go?
Yes, we certainly can. Thank you, Ketsia. I appreciate the info.
He gives you a friendly wave. Like he is unaware of the amount of chaos that he just caused.
Hey, yeah, Erebus is gonna get packed up and visibly not look at anybody.
Is Grim able to get a bead on where Sheridan's gate is meant to be based on the info that's been provided?
Yeah, it seems to be kind of in a swamp. It also,
oh, good.
Yeah, that's not suspicious at all. It also appears to be kind of on a small island in the middle of a larger island in the swamplands.
Grim is we'll say aloud. All right, I think I can get us there. Especially if Erebus is able to help with the forest navigation part.
Yep, no problem.
All right. Well, I'm ready.
Grim is not going to mention the swamp at this moment in time, but like if anyone asks to see the map, like they're not actively hiding it. They just assume that is information that people would prefer not to have until it's necessary.
Well noted. Yeah, Erebus sure isn't going to ask it to see it at this moment. She will just say to Ketsia, please give Sheridan our thanks as well. See you another time, maybe.
Sounds good to me.
I really might send her a cook. We'll see.
I'm always happy to teach. Though now I'm concerned what that says about me.
Oh, so you're that kind of wizard, and you're not one of the batshit crazy ones, then?
I like to think
Well,
not.
we don't know that.
It all depends on your classification system.
I believe yours is Dewey Decimal.
Corinne has suddenly disappeared.
Corinne just noped the fuck out.
I love
Yep.
her.
All right, well, that was a hint. And Erebus starts leading her dragon army down the ramp.
Grim says to no one in particular. I suppose we'll have to learn about Dewey the Wizard another time. And we'll trot down the ramp as well.
I wouldn't recommend it. He was one of the batshit crazy ones. Good organizing systems, though.
We'll have Bones write about him next. Goodbye.
Bye.
Alright, so you all head into the forest.
They will eventually. They will after a couple of minutes. Corinne, do you know where you're going? Would you like me to point? Why don't I just point in the right direction? So you don't have to acknowledge us having this conversation. And they'll just point in the right direction.
They feel a small pebble hit their shoulder from somewhere.
Delightful. Off we go.
Once they get to a point where they seem to think that time is starting to go back to their normal perception of it again, Erebus is going to cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay. Are you all rolling stealth, or are you just trying to kind of be slightly stealthier than average?
I think would it affect our movement, our speed?
No, it just gives you a +10 on stealth checks if you're within 30 feet of me.
No, trying to be stealthy
it's-
though. I think is often a slower thing. Slower movement, although maybe not with the ranger thing.
A little slower.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll. I think I'm leaning towards rolling stealth because Aliana doesn't want to piss off Corinne.
Fair.
Yes, it does seem important to be stealthy right now.
I mean, Corinne's very happy to just be like, I don't know them. Y'all do what you want.
Yeah, I think Grim will. I think Grim is just walking. Well, if everybody else is actively being stealthy, they will do that as well. That is a 14 on the die. 24.
Excellent. Erebus has a 34.
And 27.
Elena has 27. Yeah.
Nice.
Hooray. Stealth for all.
Stealth for all.
Is it a slow transition out of the
Yeah, it is. It's
time
not
effect?
Like, yeah,
Okay.
it's not instant. But you do eventually find your way outside of the, Eventually, your perception of time starts to line up with the reality of the time visible around you.
Oh, that's better.
Right. It is.
Well, once we have been underway for an hour or so, we'll resummon Bosun and send him ahead to scout again.
Okay.
Invisibly. They do have to instruct him several times to please go ahead and scout. Please leave Sable alone. Please go ahead and scout. But eventually it takes.
Eventually he realizes that Sable is not as interesting as he thinks he is. Or is at least convinced of it. But yeah, no, you guys make your way into the forest. Can I get a survival check from whoever is leading the expedition?
Erebus, would that be you at this point? Grim is happy to navigate, but is very happy to yield survival checks and force things to.
Yeah, I'm happy to run it.
Fabulous.
Yeah, hooray for having a +8 in survival. Hopefully
Oh no!
fine.
No.
It's not fine.
It's fine.
Wait,
It's fine.
Do I have advantage on something? Hang on. When I make intelligence or wisdom check related to my favorite terrain, well, I guess it doesn't matter because it's nat 1. So, cool. That's fine.
Oh boy.
Great.
What would you add to it? Do you add anything to it?
Yeah, well, it would be, your proficiency bonus is doubled, so 4. But
So that becomes
nat 1, so it doesn't matter.
No, nat ones don't matter on skill checks.
Yeah, they sure don't. I was hoping I'd get advantage on it, but I sure don't. Awesome.
Unless we can advocate for that because Grim's helping. But I don't know if they're actively helping with this element of it, or if they're just helping with like the mapping piece.
So here's the question. Grim,
Okay.
are you focusing more on helping, or are you focusing more on keeping Bosun on task?
That's a fun question.
Because these are options
Oh, no.
these are choices. This is going to be a choice.
these are fun choices. I think that if this check is happening like within the first 5-10 minutes of Bosun being back, they are focusing more on Bosun. But if it is happening at a point where like 5-10 minutes have passed and Bosun seems to be scouting appropriately and not bothering Sable, then they would be redirecting their focus to navigation.
Okay.
But they are like, and even in that case, they are like it is more of a like checking mental model against map at intervals more than a constantly focus. They are letting Erebus drive at this point.
Okay, I will let Erebus roll with advantage.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Appreciate it, Heather.
Sure.
Let's try this
Hey!
again. There we go. 28.
28.
Yeah. Because it's a favorite terrain.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, it's a swamp. You find it. I'm going to say it does not take you... It takes you about 4 hours
Okay.
before you
cool,
guys
that's fine.
kind of reach the edge of the swamp. And it is... Oh boy, it's swamp.
Okay, so if anybody brought water-resistant gear, now's a good time. That.
All right. Well, I guess this is the first step in keeping people away from where we're going.
Mm.
They don't have these in
They don't have them in Waterdeep either.
They also don't have them at sea. Grim says, markedly less bothered than either of the two previous speakers.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Erebus is just putting on her rain boots and her slicker from the ship.
Yeah, Aliana has her. I think once the temperature kind of gets back to what would be expected, Aliana would have already put her long coat back on. And I don't think she's got any other water resistant stuff, so off we go.
Yeah, I don't think Corinne has any water resistant stuff, so it's just imagine like the Cher Horowitz whines when she is forced to like get on the ground in her party dress and is real upset about it. Like that's the vibe.
Erebus is currently making a mental note to take everybody shopping for nature stuff when we get back.
Grim is not, to be clear, is not enjoying walking into the swamp. It's just like dogged determination.
Yeah, this is where we're at, sort of deal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Cool. Would like to, before starting to wade in, and like we'll try to pick their way across, like if there are, and if they're gonna try to find the driest path. I don't know what that's gonna look like in this place. We'll find out together. But would like to try to check the map and see if they can tell how far into the swamp it looks like we're gonna need to go to find the island.
Oh, the whole ass center of the swamp.
Okay, they will not communicate that because that's bad news. Yeah, in we go.
The only way out is through.
They are going to, because Bosun has a swim speed, they are going to ask Bosun to swim, scout by swimming, and please let us know if there are any creatures approaching in the water or out of the water, or any creatures that we are approaching, also in either out of the water or in it. Please report any creatures.
Please report any creatures.
Yes.
Okay. Are you
That's
sure
the
that is the instruction you would like to give Bosun?
As is usual, I am confident. I am confident that this is not the instruction that Grim intends to give Bosun, but this is the instruction. The instruction that Grim is giving Bosun at this point in time.
Okay. Bird, 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 fish. Ooh, yummy fish. Yummy fish. Spicy fish. Spicy fish.
Please come back. And it's thank you after each bird and several fish. What is a spicy fish, please?
You're asking Bosun what a spicy fish is?
Yes.
Okay. He disappears and comes back with like some sort of large. It's a fish. It looks like flattish. It's like circular, and it's got like 3 rows of teeth, and it is actively trying to eat Bosun back.
Oh, that's very informative. Please.
You get the feeling spicy might not be literally as in taste spicy.
Yeah, that's very informative. Thank you very much. Please take it 100 feet that way, and they will point in the off to lateral, and just leave it there. Thank you very much.
Is any of this visible to the rest of us?
Grim pointed. Well, yes, I think Bosun would become visible to show Grim this fish. So yes, all of it is visible.
Eliana sees Bosun with this fish, and right. Okay, have fun with that, Bosun.
Bosun will have fun with that, but he doesn't get to because he's going to put it away like he was told to.
And then Grim will have them return scouting, and no changes to the instruction. Grim will just say thank you after each fish and bird.
There's a lot of life in this swamp, and Bosun is giving you a live blog, a somewhat vague live blog of the entire catalog of creatures in the swamp.
Excellent. It's fine.
Including sentient log. Sentient log.
Bitey,
bitey, sentient log.
Grim holds up a hand. Is Bosun still there, or is Bosun gone?
Bosun is gone.
I believe there are... What's the difference between an alligator and a crocodile, please?
Oh no. Erebus would know this. Marina does not know this off the top of her head. This is alligator. Key differences and who wins in a fight. Great. This is the thing that I wanted to know. Different species. Snapes. Alligators have snapes shouts. Okay, alligators are South United States as well as China. Crocodiles can be found in southern Florida, Central and South America, Oceania, Egypt, and Asia. Okay, weird. Okay, they're similar but not the same.
Is there any instance in which we should not attempt to, like, Grim is actively looking around for, like, is there any dry land or anything to get up on that is slightly less wet? Does it make a difference which it is if whether or not we should attempt to not be in the water?
Oh yeah, you definitely don't want to approach one if you don't have to.
Well, we are.
Okay. Great. All right. Yeah, I guess we're gonna cast around for a place to be up and out of the way if there is one. Is that another survival check?
It is.
Okay, this is fine. Hopefully not another nat 1.
Hey.
All right, nat 20 this time.
Nice. Yeah, you find a rocky path that's out of the water. You think it should be... It's not perfect, but it should be sufficient.
Okay, over there, quickly.
Corinne is swift.
Very good.
Yeah, Grim will slog through the water and clamber up on the rocks.
And Lenya will do the same.
Once everybody is up, Erebus gets up as well.
Okay. Erebus, with that nat 20, as you climb up,
Yeah.
you realize that several of the pools of water are different colors.
Ooh.
Different
Okay.
shining colors. All iridescent, all more or less clear as swampy water is usually, at least. But definitely unnaturally colored.
Okay, this is fine.
In fact, let's move you all to a map.
Hey.
Pretty.
Ooh. That's
Ooh,
fun.
oh, that's
Oh,
unsettling.
there's some. Well, Bosun's not here to tell us what they are. We don't see them. It's fine.
Spicy logs.
Spicy logs.
Oh, I don't even see the spicy logs.
Oh, I'm assuming the tree ants are the spicy logs.
Oh, that kind of spicy log.
Cool.
Play to find out.
Oh, good. Okay.
Where do we put ourselves on the map?
You all are approaching from the bottom right.
That's
All
fun.
right.
Okay. Oh, no. Come back here. It's been a while since I've had to do this. Okay, there we go.
I like the pools. They're pretty.
Yeah.
I don't like that one looks like blood, but
I
it's fine.
also do not like that.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's just the local Raven Queen
Local chapter.
temple.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's fine.
My goodness. Okay. So I can see that the pools of water are different colors. What else can we see from here?
You see some trees moving in the distance. They seem to be more of a patrolling route. They don't seem to be paying you much attention.
Okay. Well, I think we might be getting closer to our destination. And Erebus explains the different colored water situation, pointing it out to people, and then gestures over to the moving trees. That's a good sign of tree ants.
You're saying that trees existing indicate potentially treants.
Trees moving.
Oh. That's differently than like trees in the breeze moving.
Yeah, trees like actually moving around.
Oh.
Like they're walking, but yeah.
So there's more than one?
You did say trees plural, Heather, right?
Yes.
Okay, yes, more than one.
Oh, good.
Oh
Right.
dear. Okay.
Are these
Awesome.
the ones we have to fight in order?
Probably.
to-
Oh,
Seems
that's a lot of
likely.
dice.
Corinne starts like ducking further into the trees.
Does anyone see a crocodile or an alligator? Grimble is scanning for crocodiles and alligators.
I will look for one.
Ironically, I forgot to unhide. Forgot to hide the fucking.
Oh, are the crocodiles and
Combat.
alligators well hidden and the treants are not?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Oops.
Whoopsies.
It was very smoothly fed to Erebus. I would not have known if you hadn't said, "Oh, look at them! Oh, they're so cute."
Oh boy. Right, so don't go in the water. Probably trying to sneak past them is a good plan because they get very aggressive. Okay, this is fine. We're fine. We're gonna do this. It's fine.
Do you think that the unsettlingly colored pools perhaps are a sign of a gate?
It's entirely possible. Water isn't usually red.
Not in my experience either, no.
Yeah.
What was that, Eliana?
I'll cast Detect Magic and see if
Oh, that's
there's anything pink from these pools.
Okay, sure. Both of these are glowingly magical. Like, these are insane levels. This is like concentrated wild magic.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, well, that's definitely magic. We probably already knew that, though.
It's good to have the confirmation, though. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna say we're pretty close. Just to make a guess.
Grim would like to check the map and like huddled back in a bush would like to check the map and the notes again. How clear is the description of island? Like, are we looking for an island, or we possibly have to plunge under? I'm sorry, I just looked deeper into the green pool, and now I don't know if those are ripples or bones under the surface. It's fine. Is it clear that we're looking for an island, or is it possible that we're going to need to plunge into a...
Those are ripples, if it makes you feel better.
Okay, it's a little bit. It does, thank you.
They're glowing iridescent ripples, in fact.
That's nice.
That seems fine. Okay.
But is there any ambiguity about island? Like, we're still... or...
It's pretty ambiguous. It just kind of labels an island. It looks like it's probably in one of these large pools. Probably a bigger one, because these are not large enough to contain an island. But
Getting closer, maybe, but I believe we have a bit to go yet.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'll
these
take on the
probably
right track.
so these probably aren't the ones that we need to fight in order to destroy the gate. So maybe we go with the just try to sneak by them idea.
I believe he did say that
I'll drop another
We
pass
would-
of that phrase.
know when we saw him, on account of being very enormous. And we're trying to get to like top left. left-ish?
Yeah.
Or top right?
Top left.
Okay. Would the sneaky ones like to go ahead?
Yes, please.
And I think Eliana she'll throw an enhance ability on. Kern doesn't need it. She and Grim could both benefit from it. Is this something Erevis could benefit from?
I mean, if we're stealthing, I'm happy to drop another pass without trace. I still have 2 more 2-level spell slots.
All right.
But Erebus probably could benefit from that. Either way.
Yeah, because enhance ability will be advantage on checks in addition to the +10.
Okay. So both is good.
Both is good. So
Right.
level 4 enhance ability for advantage on stealth and all dex checks. For Eliana, Grim, and Erebus.
Fantastic. And then
is
Erebus is going to
Sable
cast Pass Without Trace
in
again.
Tabaxi form current? What form is Sable in?
Let's see. I think he's still in Tabaxi form, but I think I'm going to turn to him and say Sable Cat.
Okay.
And then put him on my shoulder.
Right, sneaky, sneaky.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Maybe that's why he's so good at changing shapes.
Oh,
You're
that's-
probably right. And with a visible expression of, I don't want to think about it right now.
Right.
that enhance with ability was clutch. That was going to be significantly less than that.
Ooh,
The straight roll.
nice. Okay.
34 for Corinne.
Right.
Okay.
And
So
okay, so 37 for Erebus.
and 25 for Eliana.
And I think Grim, at least, is going to try to sneak to the left, since it looks like
Yeah.
that. Well, actually, I don't know. Do we know where the tree ants are, or does?
They're
Do we
very
just-
large and very moving.
Okay.
And someone
Okay.
will have pointed them out to Grin.
Okay. I was gonna
Everyone
say, I
else
suddenly
can see
remembered
them.
my passive perception. So.
Erebus doesn't let anyone move without seeing. Look, right there, over there.
Corinne,
What?
can
Okay,
you roll me a
avoid those.
d20, please?
Sure.
That's fun.
That's super fun. Ooh, that's a 4.
Okay. Oh boy, everyone's moving right at the same time. Eliana and Grim, also roll me d20s.
7.
9.
We are crushing it.
You guys
And we
are
can
doing
stagger movement
so
if you would prefer.
No, this is amazing.
This is fun for you. Okay, excellent.
Because you all...
Oh,
Do I
good.
see anything before I jump into the same
Yeah,
space?
so you start to move forward, and you see this ledge just crumble underneath the feet of your 3 friends. And they are plunged into the water.
Oh, good.
Delightful.
Oh, I'm
Cool.
so excited.
I'm gonna need an
Yeah,
extra...
Corinne shrieks.
Yeah, everyone roll me everyone currently in the water roll me a d6.
Crap.
Oh, I need to find my d6. Oh, there's one.
Oh, 1.
5.
2.
Oh boy. Okay, so let's resolve these in order.
I'm so happy.
Eliana, roll a d4.
What again?
Now roll a d8. And now a d10.
You feel uncontrolled magic just hit your system, like you just took a 5-hour energy shot and it worked like it's advertised. And fire explodes out from around you. Everyone takes Oof. 12 points of fire damage,
Including
also?
including you.
Oh my god.
Hey, that's fine.
Everyone.
Incredible.
Good.
All right,
Amazing.
Corinne.
Okay.
Yeah.
Grim ducks under the water briefly to get away from it.
Corinne, roll me a d4.
Okay. 3.
Okay. Corinne turns into a soft brown rabbit and is currently trying to keep her head above water.
Oh no.
Grim, you rolled a 5.
Yeah, 5.
Oh no.
Grim disappears because Grim is
Like,
invisible. Because Grim is invisible.
Or like,
No, you're invisible.
okay. They haven't noticed because they're trying to fish the soft brown rabbit out of the water.
Soft
Yeah.
brown rabbit, something is trying to grab you and you can't tell what it is.
Soft brown rabbit kicks really hard.
And Erebus is freaking the fuck out. And does not know that Grim is still there, just invisible, and is also trying to yeet herself, not yeet herself, but like splay and grab the soft brown rabbit out of the water.
You're not going to dive into the water with us?
Join us.
Yeah, so, what check is that?
It would be a grapple check. Let me find the
Awesome.
stat block for a soft brown rabbit.
Do I roll athletics for that?
Athletics or acrobatics?
Awesome.
Let's see. Corinne, can you roll me a d20?
Sure.
You're-
It's a 13.
Erebus got a 22.
You find yourself grappled by a ranger.
I continue kicking with my back legs real hard.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get you out of the water. I'm sorry. And Erebus scrambles.
Can I bite her?
Yeah, of course you can. Here, I will send you the stat block for a small brown rabbit.
Okay.
It is currently in the lounge.
Okay.
Amazing.
Okay. Yeah. So I bite you. But I probably miss because that's an 11.
Yeah, Erebus's armor class is 15.
Erebus, you
Yeah.
got leather gloves on. You're used to handling small, freaking out
yeah.
animals. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So Erebus is like, I'm sorry. She keeps saying, I'm sorry. As she scrambles up to her knees and then gently puts Corinne in. Oh God, I don't know. Not her bag. That would be too much of an indignity. She puts the rabbit on the grass without letting go and says, "Okay, is this fine if I let you go? Or are you going to run away?"
She continues kicking.
Okay, cool. Erebus hangs on, but doesn't grip Corinne that tightly, and turns back to the water to see what the fuck is going on with Lenya and Grim.
Grim
I think
is
Grim-
missing.
Yeah, Grim also would have ducked on I think all lost their balance when kicked because rabbits kick real hard and their balance is pretty tenuous to begin with. And splashed and went under again and now is standing up watching the soft brown rabbit events. I think we'll say to Eliana, "Are you all right?"
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Where are you?
I'm right here.
Are you? No, of course. Oh, it's invisibility. Okay, you didn't disappear. Okay. Okay, great. Please get out of the water.
The rabbit tries to bite you again.
I'm sorry. All right, roll me another attack.
That's a nat 20.
Yes.
Okay.
It does 2 piercing damage.
Great. Harris is having a great day. Should I roll a save of something to see if I retain my grip on the rabbit?
Sure.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw.
Awesome. 21.
Yeah, you can maintain your grip on the. It's like a concentration check. So.
Okay, sounds good. It's like, I'm sorry, I just don't want you to run off into the woods.
That's what she does. Grim says, trying to awkwardly clamber up the bank over here if they can.
She's a rabbit.
think
If she can
After
turn-
several times, like first they try to clamber back up the way they fell in.
Mhm.
I assume that doesn't work. So we'll try to clamber up the side bank.
She's a rabbit. If she runs away now, by the time she becomes Corinne again, she could be miles away.
Which is where she would be if she was Corinne as well.
Right, but she's going to be upset about it because she's not herself.
Is she though?
Correct.
Grim will like abandon their climbing activities and that's fun. Move over, not noticing the rapidly approaching tree. Is going to move over here and like to attempt to divine whether the soft brown rabbit is in fact like behaving as a rabbit or if this is it behaving like Corinne
Sure.
in her own mind if she was a rabbit.
Okay.
I mean, I'm assuming that this is under the
Yeah, it's a
effects of
polymorph.
a polymorph
It's a
spell.
polymorph.
Yeah, so it's a rabbit.
It's a rabbit.
Yeah.
It's a rabbit operating on rabbit instincts.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you guys are making a lot of noise, so the two large tree ants are now paying a lot of attention to you. The
I
alligator,
love that for us.
the alligator has fucked right off.
Alligators like
Those
that's too
are
much
fun.
fire for me. Fire and rabbits, no.
Good news, bad news.
Oh my
So
god.
if
All
everyone
right.
could roll initiative for me, Corinne,
Great.
Corinne, you're still a rabbit.
Then I click the one that's on the map and then I drag it over. I think.
Could we get a real quick break before starting combat? so I can
Yeah.
go to the
Let's take a 5-minute
Yes.
break. I could use a drink myself.
This is
Yes.
delightful.
Great. This is amazing.
Does Corinne have to roll using the rabbit stats?
I just
Yes.
rolled with her initiative to get her on the tracker,
I
but I will
love it.
re-roll. Or I'll just use the rabbit's modifier, which is +1.
Amazing. I'm pausing OBS. Everyone, please remind me to unpause it when we get back.
Okay, great,
Wonderful.
awesome. How long break? 10 minutes?
So if it's polymorph, then if she takes damage, then enough damage, she becomes Corinne again.
Maybe.
We don't
Well,
know.
that
This is weird
seems
magic.
fine. Okay. All right. See y'all in 10, I guess. Great.
Facts. eggs are?
Yeah. Actually, can I steal this? I'm hungry still. I didn't
Cold.
mix it very well.
That's fine. I love amaretto.
Actually, it's the sherry that's on top.
Yeah, the sherry fell down to the bottom and mixed the amaretto up. Because that tasted more like almonds than cherry to me.
No, that's just donut.
Darn it, Liam.
I'm always liberal with my amaretto and my czar.
Ah, okay.
Because I love amaretto.
Yeah. Your husband sticks to the measurements stated. You. Fuck it. I live my life the way I want. So yeah, I gave him lucky turns, and he picked out the marshmallow.
Well, he is a child.
I feel like there's a version of Lucky Charms that's just the marshmallows.
So it looks like everyone's back.
Present.
Hello, I have unpaused OBS.
Hi.
Hooray.
I just need to adjust my screens a little bit.
Hello, tree ants.
One gets a...
It's a good sign when the alligator and or crocodile decides it's two. This is not the place they want to be.
They're surprisingly lazy predators, to be honest.
Respect that.
Wow. That's fair. Okay.
Anyway, moving right back into it. Erebus, rabbit in hand, you see the tree ants have... One noticed you, and two are looming in your direction rather threateningly.
Yeah, that seems fine. I'm going to cast Aid as a bonus action and give Eliana, Grim, and the little white rabbit, or the little brown rabbit, each 5 extra hit points for the duration of the spell. Which is 8 hours, so we should be good to go. At least on that. And then, I'm not in, melee range, am I?
You are not, but you could probably get there if you wanted to move.
Well, I can't fire a bow while holding a soft ground rabbit is the thing.
Yes, that is the fact.
So
You could let go of the soft brown rabbit.
but I don't want the soft brown rabbit getting eaten by like a hawk or something.
That's the soft brown rabbit's problem.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna draw my no, I'm not gonna do that. Because Sable goes immediately after me. And I have a fun new thing.
I think according to the rules, Sable does what he's ordered on your bonus as your bonus action.
Oh, okay. Let me just... It says... In combat, the Drake shares your initiative count but takes its turn immediately after yours. It can move and use its reaction on its own, but the only action it takes on its turn is the dodge action unless... Okay. You take a bonus action on your turn to command it to take another action. Okay. That being the case, I am not going to have Sable do this, but I'm going to do it from where I am currently. And do Drake's Breath while no one else is in the line of fire.
Okay.
And I'm going to choose fire because we're fighting trees. And they have to make a dex saving throw, each of them, against...
Real quick, Erebus, you cast Aid.
I did.
Aid is an action, which it looks like also is the case with...
Oh, I
Drake's
thought it
Breath.
was a bonus action. Oh, you are correct. Okay, I just copied it wrong. My bad.
So many new things to play with.
Yeah.
Okay. No problem. We're going to hold on that then.
Hold it like it's a rabbit.
Yeah.
Soft
For now.
brown.
Okay. I'm just gonna make a decision. I am going to hold the rabbit in one hand, draw my short sword with the other, and advance to try to attack.
Okay.
I need fan art of this.
Does the rabbit get a reaction?
I'd be happy for the rabbit to get a reaction. Erebus is just like, must protect rabbit, must protect rabbit.
Sure. What's your reaction?
Because rabbit would sure not like to get any closer to these moving trees. So rabbit would like to try and wriggle free.
That'll be your action. I think to break a grapple would be an action.
An action. Okay.
Cool.
I
Right,
would let
yeah.
you use your reaction to make a horrifying rabbit screech in protest. And I feel like
Ooh,
anyone
I will do that. I would love to do that.
I believe anyone who has heard a horrifying rabbit screech knows
Yeah.
exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep, that is exactly what happens as Erebus
Okay.
moves closer to the treants.
Oh, that's so upsetting.
Okay. Erebus is like, okay, you know what? Fair. And gently lowers the rabbit to the ground and pulls her other sword.
Alright, you want to move yourself on the map?
Yeah, sure. Alright, and then we're going to do 2 attacks, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that also an action?
Yeah, attacking is an action.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Ha ha ha. What's a bonus action? I don't know. Okay.
The Action Academy problem is real.
Hunter's Mark.
Okay, I'm gonna use
Hunter's Mark. Hunter's
Hunter's
Mark.
Mark is good. Hunter's Mark is good. We'll cast it.
Hunter's Mark is a spell.
Oh, it is.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Well.
Okay.
It almost looks like this is Soft Brown Rabbit, where you were standing a moment ago, though. I think that's probably just a back, but...
No, that's Sable.
Oh!
Oh
That's
my
fun,
god,
too.
I love him. Okay. I can use a cantrip if I've already used another spell, yeah? No.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
cantrip just needs to be a
Bonus
bonus action.
Oh, but it's not a bonus action. Damn it. Okay. Alright, I guess Erebus is just gonna be here, because... Yeah, she's gonna get ready to defend.
Alright. She's tanking.
This is fine.
What everyone wants from their ranger.
With the fewest hit points in the
We
party.
have 69 hit points, though, now.
Nice.
So,
To be fair, you were the
Alright,
only one who was not hit by a fireball.
That's true!
Yeah.
no, she did get hit, so...
Oh,
That's right.
Yeah,
never
everyone got
mind.
hit. Yeah, no, all good. This is fine. We're thinking fast and not necessarily thinking smart.
Save us,
We just got
Eliana.
screamed at by a rabbit. So
I mean, fair.
Eliana, you're up.
Okay, cool. Okay, so being in the water isn't great. I would love to fireball these two, and I would love to not fireball Erebus. Cool, that'll do it. If you put the middle of the fireball here, then how much other nonsense gets set on fire is what I want to test.
Are there any interesting swamp gases that we've noticed?
Not immediately
20.
that you've seen off the top, seen yet. But however,
Delightful.
the day is young.
That's-
So it's 20-foot radius sphere. Put it here. Okay, it does light that on fire. Much do I care about that? I mean, I think Eliana's not all that into collateral damage, but also, like... With Fireball here, Erebus is not in it. The Treants are in it. If you put it, if you put the Fireball right here, then nothing else gets. None of these clumps of trees get caught on fire. So, yeah, that's what Eliana's gonna do. And not knowing much about how many hit points treants have, I think I'll make this a 4th level casting. See what happens. Turn on elemental affinity. And fireball some treants. Any ones in here? Yes. So 5, 5. One of those ones, so that's 40 points of damage when it adds up, and they need to make dex saves.
Okay. The fire burns into them, and you see the bark on their form curl up and start to crisp and ash away, revealing long veins of sickly green pumping in their tree forms that doesn't look right or natural.
Cool. Cool. Okay. Bonus action. Bonus action, I'm gonna inspire Grim. Yeah. I'm following my pattern of inspiring the next person in initiative order. Alas, I do not have a very clear vision for this particular inspiration, but we'll see how that goes.
Sure.
And then, is getting out of the water going to require any action, or is it just going to require movement?
It'll require movement. It'll be double movement to get up the cliffside.
Okay. So, 5, realize I'm about to bump into Grim. Go around them. 5.
Move through an ally space, right?
Yeah, you can move through an ally space.
5, 10. Then the double movement to get up the cliff, 20. 25. 30, so she can get next to the fluffy brown rabbit.
I think the fluffy brown rabbit is actually still quite literally in this Corinne is a mirage. I'm pretty sure that the fluffy brown rabbit is still being held by Erebus.
Oh
No,
no,
Erebus
I
put
think
it
that
down.
was-
Put it
Oh,
down.
Erebus put her down. Okay, in that case.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
if you
She
insist
tried
on not getting
valiantly
close
to not
the-
do so.
Yes.
But-
The rabbit scream was very convincing.
In that case, does it count as an item? Any chance it counts as a free item interaction to pick up the fluffy brown rabbit?
I'm gonna say no. It's gonna be a grapple check.
That's
Yes,
fair.
the fluffy brown rabbit protests.
Yeah, if the fluffy brown rabbit was not protesting, then I would allow it. But the fluffy brown rabbit does not. It wants to GTFO. So, speaking of,
Yep.
Yeah. Fluffy brown rabbit is going to use 35 feet of movement to get over here. And then, as an action, is also going to burrow 5 feet underground.
What?
love it.
Because rabbit has a burrow speed.
Sure does.
And it's just going to hang out underground. That's rabbit's turn.
Amazing.
carry on.
All right.
Okay.
Grim, you're up.
Okay.
Your significant other has burrowed.
With my perception of 12, I don't know that.
True. You're invisible, so your attacks are at advantage because
Oh, that's
you're
fun.
fucking invisible.
I love that for me. Let's see, just double checking. Oh, I have 3 beams of Eldritch Blast now, which is great because that's what I'm gonna do. All 3 beams on. Do these two look do they look
Yeah,
the
one
same?
looks.
Okay.
They look the same, like as far as size and like weight class goes. This one seems to be like a gnarled black walnut, and this is more like a gnarled black pine.
Okay. All 3 beams on the gnarled black pine. So let me roll. I'm just gonna roll. It's gonna be a lot of dice, so I'm gonna roll this. Nope, I'm gonna roll it physically because I got 2 d20s right here. They're both pretty. So first one is going to be. Let's see. It's gonna be plus. I have a +9 to hit, I believe. Let me double check that. I do. So first one will be 23. The second pair will be, ooh, that's not great, 19. Third beam. Wow, that's terrible. 12 to hit.
The first 2 hit.
Okay. Then that will be 15 points of force damage. That was a max roll. And 8 points of force damage. And he's pushed 20 feet away from me. This one, pine. So whichever one that is.
About there.
Does this function like invisibility the spell and that I'm now visible, or am I still? Is this more persistent than that?
I'm gonna say you're now visible.
Okay. Grim would like to scramble up the bank here. Because getting closer to those things seems like a bad idea. And I don't think I have any bonus action things because I'm a warlock. Yeah, nothing that I'm gonna do. So that's my turn. Grim is like scanning to see if anyone else is sneaking up on us, plus if they can spot the soft brown rabbit, but they don't have an action left to perceive with, so it is flavor scanning only.
Alrighty. This guy is angry. He lets out a rasping primal screech.
Does it sound better or worse than a rabbit?
Worse. Somehow
Oh, no.
worse.
Awesome.
Give me just a moment here. All of my versions of this are frankly ridiculous, so let's go with this guy.
Facts.
As he summons a skeleton out of the ground.
Who's it what now? Okay, it's fine.
Ah.
That's his turn.
Okay.
Cool.
Meanwhile, this pine motherfucker is gonna cast Circle of Death.
Oh,
Oh, I hate it.
that's
Counter
fine.
Don't worry, he only hits Erebus.
That's not exactly covered.
Can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, sure.
Was that audible?
Yeah,
Oh.
sure.
I'm gonna try to counter that.
Yeah, it has verbal components, so yes.
I'm sorry, what?
I said yes, it has verbal components.
Oh, I think Rebecca was asking if her counterspell was audible.
Yes, you can counterspell it.
Okay.
What
Do I
level-
need to roll for it, or?
What level are you casting counterspell?
I think she's just doing a level 3, so.
So what does that cancel up to?
So she doesn't, fun fact, Eliana doesn't recognize Circle of Death, hence why she's only casting it at level 3. So if it's a spell of 4th, I'll throw the text into the chat. Basically, if it's 4th or higher, she needs to make a charisma check.
Okay, please make a charisma check.
Okay. And the DC is 10 plus the spell's level, so let's see how this goes. 16.
Meets it, beats it. You cancel out the Circle of Death spell.
All right.
Ew.
That's good. It was going to be 8d6 necrotic.
Oh,
Awesome. Hate it.
That's fun.
yeah. That's so many
That
dice.
wouldn't have been good. You
It-
can't really use Revivify on yourself.
It looks
Oh.
it looks confused as the spell doesn't work. And Erebus, you're up.
All right. Now I'm gonna do the Drake's Breath. Especially since there's now more creatures, so I'm gonna drop that back into the cat. All right. So each of the creatures in the 30-foot cone, which I believe is both treants and a skeleton.
Let's see here. So the cone is originating from yourself.
Yes.
This game might have the. I'm realizing I don't actually can't tell. This game might have the area effect tokens.
It does
that would
because
be all helpful.
I have it added.
Oh, delightful. I had added them to some stuff, but I couldn't remember if this was it.
I have some that I bought for back in the day. Back in the old day of TDK. I had bought it.
How do I do that?
You can't. The DM has to, I think.
Okay. Cool.
Is it that? Let me just. Yep, that's 30-foot cone.
Heck yeah. All right. Everyone makes a dexterity saving throw. My spell save DC is, hold please, 16.
Okay, 1 minute. Okay, so
Problem?
this tree passes. The skeleton somehow passes. This tree does not.
Okay, so then we're gonna do 8d6. And all right. Walnut Friend takes 27 damage, 27 fire damage, and the other two take half of that. So 13, I think.
Walnut Friend's looking fucked up.
Heck yeah. And then...
Also, the skeleton dies because even half damage is enough to kill the skeleton.
Haha. Take that. To try harder to get something that will pass me. Although I only get to use the Drake's Breath once, but that's
That's
fine.
very good, though.
Thank you. I don't know if I have anything useful that I can cast as a bonus action. Wait, no, I have Hunter's Mark. Haha. Okay. All right, and then I'm gonna Hunter's Mark on the Pine Treant just in case.
Okay.
All right, that's my turn.
Okie dokie. Eliana, you're up.
Cool. I mean, it worked pretty well last time, so I'm gonna fireball again. Level. Okay, I think I'm gonna level 4 again.
Okay.
I think she still worries about using the higher level spells this early in the day. Is it early? We don't know. Not really. Level. Okay, check for weird stuff. Okay, there's 2 1s in that roll that become 2s. So that's 31. So that's 42 if they fail.
Alright, the black walnut burns to a crisp. The other one's not looking so hot either.
Okay. Bonus action. Going to quicken, use a sorcery point to quicken, actually use 2 sorcery points to quicken a firebolt spell and aim it at the remaining treant. Oh, do I do I need to turn off any of these features? Elemental affinity, that's any fire spell. Okay. No. That's not gonna hit.
No.
Alright. And I think on my movement I'm going to I feel like I want to move up a little bit. That'll be my turn.
Okay, sounds good. Rabbit.
Rabbit continues to burrow another 5 feet just for safety.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that seems
and
the
then-
only safe thing to do.
Yeah, for sure. And then spends its action twitching its whiskers.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot
And
of
that's-
stuff happening.
It's just there's so much. I was manhandled by something and I was wet, and then some other person, and I tried to bite and they didn't let me go, and I tried to bite again and I just screamed, and it just it's been very stressful.
So stressful.
I still find this creature indistinguishable from just Corinne.
I mean, though.
Corinne fights and then burrows.
Yeah.
That's
It's
just
it's true.
speaking
it's true.
comfort.
Anyway, that's Rabbit's turn.
Okay, Grim, you're up.
Okay, Grim is just gonna Eldritch Blast the remaining treant. Oh, cool. Okay, so that's gonna be a 27 a 15 and a 17 and I'm sorry, the opposite, 14 to hit.
The 27 hits.
Okay. That will be 14 points of force damage.
Nice. You're blasting chunks out of this tree ant.
And I think I'm happy where I am. That's my turn.
Okay, that guy's dead. This guy is going to go after Erebus. Because he's not smart. And Erebus is right in front of him.
That's fine. Yep.
Can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah. On save. 13?
It's gonna be a no.
Okay. Sure.
Oh, wait, you said 13.
Something
That succeeds.
Oh,
You'll
I was
only
just
take
about to be snarky about something that can cast Circle of Death. Certainly having a DC of more than 13, but here we are.
So you only take 15 points of damage.
Good. We're at a cool 40. That's fine.
Necrotic.
I hate it. Okay. Does that do anything extra to me? I don't remember offhand.
Blight does.
Ooh, that's a good spell.
Nope, doesn't do anything extra. Just is blight.
Okay. Awesome. Cool. Cool.
Erebus, you're up.
All right, stabbing time. Two short swords times 2. All right, 18, nat 1, 17, 25.
Wait, 4 attacks?
Because I get 2 short swords and then I get an extra attack.
So
That's 3.
that's 3.
Oh, okay, so I don't get the second swipe on the extra attack.
So extra attack is okay. So you get 1 attack per action. If you get an extra attack, you get 2 attacks per action. And for offhand, you can use one. You can use your bonus action as a 3rd attack.
Okay. So is that only a total of 3?
Yeah.
And I've been doing this wrong? Okay. Never mind. 18, nat 1, 17.
If you have 2 weapon fighting, I think you get to add some extra stuff to the bonus action
I do.
attack.
Your
I do
bonus.
get
bonus.
to have 2 weapon fighting.
Okay. Yeah, that means you get to add your proficiency bonus. Okay. Let's see here.
So then... so then ability modifier.
So the first attack hits. The next 2. The next one misses. The next one misses, and then the 3rd attack hits. So you got 2 hits.
Okay, that's 16 damage.
Okay. Sounds good. Anything else for your turn?
Oh, I'm good.
All right, Eliana, you're up.
Oh wait, I Hunter's Marked. I get an extra d6 on one of those.
Okay.
Just kidding. I have been forgetting my things.
Oh, it happens, especially with
Another
Hunter's Mark.
6 damage.
Hunter's Mark is the most forgotten spell.
Yeah.
All right, now Eliana is up.
Right. Okay, so it's not looking so great. I'm going to, on the action, I am going to twin, Firebolt, and get off a couple of attacks against our remaining treant friend. 23, nat 20.
How do you want to do this?
I'll reach out my hand, on my just that regular casting gesture, and that golden fire, just two beams of golden fire just streak out, and the tree just lights up and collapses into a pile of wood chips.
Sure does.
Lovely.
Right. Wasn't how I wanted to do things, but here we are. And she's going to head over and do a cure wounds on Erebus. Using the staff.
Oh,
Go ahead. Okay, I think I'll just cast from there. It's been a while since I've done this, so I can't remember whether she can use the spell to additional charges to upcast cure wounds.
It's a staff of healing.
Yeah.
DM has spoken.
Why not?
Cool. Okay. So we'll use additional charges and make it a... No, I don't want to cast it yet. I want to see... Alright, let's make it we're going to make it a level 3 cast. Because she's not looking great right now. Okay, 13 points of healing, Nervous.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, that happened.
Grima's, I think, standing on the far side of the bank.
Where's
I think we'll just experimentally. Corinne?
No response.
Do you see her? They will call over to Eliana and Erebus.
Since I put her down.
Grim will cast Sending to the soft brown rabbit. Corinne, where are you, please? Or at least, are you in your right mind, as opposed to being a rabbit? I'm not doing this in the word counter, so I don't actually know how many words
That's
it is,
fine.
but I think, yeah. So,
Erebus,
I don't know
just
if the
been-
rabbit
yeah,
has any language.
rabbits don't have language because they're rabbits.
You'd think we didn't need speak with animals, and here we are.
Alas.
Intelligence scores of at least 1. You don't actually need language.
Oh.
Hey.
That's a thing I never knew
That's
until
good
this
to
very
know
moment.
for the future.
Hey.
I'm sure that will not come
you-
back to bite us.
Nope, not at all. You like pretty quickly after you send the message, you just hear a bunch of rabbits screaming.
Oh my god, roll a wisdom saving throw, Grim. Oh my god.
I mean, like rabbits just like, where the fuck is this voice coming from? What?
Existential rabbit screaming. Grim, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Hang on, I have to which die? 12 on the 18.
Hold on. I gotta pull out a d4 for this.
Is this gonna be psychic damage?
Sure is.
Let me double check because I actually got a thing.
Immune to
I
psychic
have
damage.
resistance to psychic damage
Alright,
or
you
whatever
take-
that's for.
you take
oh
one-
no! What? Okay, let's see what the damage would be.
You take 1 point of psychic damage.
Okay, the rabbit takes 2 points of psychic damage.
Oh no!
Good
Well,
thing aid was cast and
yeah.
that was 4 hit points.
Oh my gosh.
That would have
Yeah,
been
for
really
real.
really worked out really well for you all, except it got 8
Except
hits.
that she's 10 feet underground.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh no.
We should find her
Yeah.
and begin
Um,
searching for a rabbit in the woods, in the swamp, I guess.
Alright. Gonna look for rabbit tracks.
All right, roll a survival check as you try to find a rabbit.
Do we each roll separately, or do we pick?
Are you guys working together or separately?
I think I'm on a different bank, so I'm
I
behind.
feel like everyone's trying to scramble to find the rabbit. So,
That's gonna be a 12.
Erebus, you find rabbit tracks.
Oh, I'm so relieved.
Okay, rabbit tracks. Okay, I follow the rabbit tracks.
I will note that because Grim is where they are going to need to get back down into the water to get to the other side.
Good roll me or you're gonna get back in the water?
I am, because
Sure
they don't
thing.
want to go all the way around. Like, they can't go across the
Roll me a
unless,
D6,
like, if
please.
this. What was it? A D6?
Yeah.
Don't
4. Like
turn into a rabbit.
4.
Don't turn into rabbits.
Okay.
Like with the look on their face as they lower themselves in,
The look
is
of
like
the-
they
there
know
will
what
be
a bad idea this is.
There will be fuckery. Yes.
They just like it is the best of the bad ideas available to them right now.
And they're invisible, so we can't see them.
No, they're visible
Tell them
again
not
when
to
they
do
cast the
this.
spell.
Okay.
Well, when they made an attack, they became visible
I
again.
believe Corinne is.
Okay. I'm following rabbit tracks, so I don't see this.
So you now move in slow motion.
Oh, they hate it. Okay, they're climbing very slowly up the bank.
For 1 minute, you move in slow motion.
I did not find rabbit tracks, so I'm heading over to Grim. Do you... Go ahead.
Erebus, you find the burrow.
Okay. All right. I found a burrow.
Oh, good.
Good.
Grim?
They just scowl, but it's a very slow slow to develop expression.
Like the sloth from Zootopia. Okay, this is fine. Cool. So,
God.
we can try to dig her out. She might just go deeper, and she might just bite us again, which I guess is fine, because eventually she'll be Corinne again, and that's whatever. And we don't want her to be underground when she becomes Corinne again. But if either of you has a better idea, I'm open to hearing it.
Graham has now clamped their mouth firmly shut because that was undignified, and is just very slow motion, like attempting to climb out of the water and reach Erebus. But it's gonna be a minute.
That's fine. I am crying.
Is the rabbit stationary? Is the rabbit continuing to burrow?
The rabbit is stationary. Like, it's 10 feet under. It feels pretty safe at this point. Like, has moved on to scratching its ears.
I love that for her.
Oh no! Oh, this is adorable, and we don't get to see it. Oh my goodness.
Wait, I have a scroll of Dispel Magic.
Oh,
It's
yes,
been-
you do.
It's been 15 seconds, so Grim has moved 10 feet.
Right. I can turn her. I have a scroll. I have a scroll of Dispel Magic, so I could try and turn her back into Corinne, but then she would be underground.
Yeah, and we don't want that.
No, but then if she's underground anyway.
Do we have anything like that rabbits find delicious that we could put at the mouth of the hole to lure her out? She starts rummaging through her pack. See what kind of ration she might have.
Oh, this is a bad idea. Okay, Grim has their bad idea set, so you all have however long it takes them slow motion to get over here.
I want to see the bad idea.
Grim, the slow motion does wear off after 1 minute. So, you do eventually
Okay.
make it over there.
Does anybody have anything first?
Erebus is just rummaging around frantically for rabbit bait, so no.
I think first I want to see whether it looks like Grim needs healing.
Grim is in pretty good shape, other than the fireball. They took no damage, so they're fine.
Okay, cool. So in that case, we'll not cast a healing spell just yet.
Okay. This is both dumb and ridiculous, but it's the only thing I got. Grim is gonna put one hand on the ground and use ghostly gaze to look through the dirt and find the rabbit,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
which is still within 30 feet of me.
The rabbit does burrow 5 more feet because I forgot that screaming did damage to her as well, which would have freaked her
Okay.
out. So she's now 15 feet.
That's fair. Oh, that's good. That's good. It's only 15 feet. Because Grim's next step, with the absolute most hangdog expression in the world, Grim is going to cast Lightning Lure on this creature of their choice that they can see within 15 feet of them.
Oh my
And Rabbit
god!
needs to make a strength save, please.
Oh
Oh my god! Okay, hold on. I have to pull up the rabbit stat block again.
That's all I got.
Oh my god! Hold on!
Oh my god.
I can't imagine that the strength score is all that high. No, it's -5. So this will be fun. That's a 10.
Okay.
Corinne, and I say that very specifically, Corinne. You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage as you emerge dirty from a hole in the ground.
Grim is backpedaling for all that they're worth, trying to get 5 feet away from her to avoid dealing the lightning damage. I don't know if they can move fast enough to do that, but they're trying.
Grim, roll me athletics. Let's see if you're faster than lightning. So high DC for
Not
that.
with that roll. I'm not. It's a 13. I am proficient, just not very strong. In that
Alright.
case.
Cool. Roy, why don't you roll damage for that then?
Okay.
It's 3d8.
Oh no, I forgot that. So 6 plus 7. These are real good rolls. 13. 17. 17 points of lightning damage.
17? Great.
God.
Delightful. Incredible. So she is
so-
Corinne again,
Grim
and
is so sorry.
covered in dirt.
Faintly sizzling.
What the fuck have you three been doing?
Just stares at her.
Nervous pauses in searching through her bag and is just like, also just stares at her.
I'm in these trees. I roll to hide.
Roll a stealth check.
No, no.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna point at the burrow.
What burrow?
Yeah.
Oh.
To be
It's just an eruption of the soil now.
Yeah.
To be fair to us, you did the dirt part yourself because you were a rabbit and you were trying to hide. Also, if it's any consolation, you bit the hell out of me.
Oh, I bit the hell out of you. I barely even see you bleeding.
Got healed.
And I get healed. What the hell are you magic users good for if you can't turn someone out of being a rabbit?
You were underground. We were being attacked by treants.
Oh, I'm
to
sure
order, I
I
believe
didn't
I did.
appear underground spontaneously. Surely I was above ground for a while.
Oh.
Irvis opens and closes her mouth several times.
Grim did
Corinne
say
just begins
in the midst there that they actually will not repeat it.
Corinne just begins like angrily like dusting dirt off of herself and brushing like clods of soil off.
Grim will press to digitate to help from me. Let me double check the distance, the range on that. 10 feet. Okay, they will stand 10 feet away.
She death glares at them.
I did try to think what else there was, but I really couldn't come up with anything. You were beyond arm's reach. Did not want you to turn back into yourself. Buried underground.
Well, I was in great shape. That seems to have turned around. Great. Well, if we've taken care of the issues, then I suppose we should just move on. Like, visibly battered and bruised. Like, she
Yeah.
is, like...
I'm scanning my inventory to see if I have any healing potions, because I feel like I do, but I can't remember. I do! Yeah, we'll hold that healing potion.
Okay.
She's just stalking away down the path at this point.
Corinne, can we please give you something?
I'm fine.
Oh,
I don't see why I was. It wasn't fine when it was fine when I was a rabbit. But no, now. Oh no, Corinne, let's help. No, fine, no.
you know what? Okay, sure, up to you. And Erebus is now also really frustrated and gets up and keeps going without another word.
Grim is going to kick at the dirt explosion a bit.
Elena moves out with everybody else. She's not saying anything.
Just real quick check above the table. How's everybody doing?
Yeah.
Everybody, I'm fine.
Okay.
Erebus is not having a good day, but I player am fine.
Okay. I just wanted to double check to make sure that everybody's okay.
Yeah. Good call.
Yeah, all appreciated, but all good.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. Eliana, she Eliana knows that no good is going to come of pretty much anything that she could do right now. So, um, she's just staying quiet.
I am fine if this is this is not a good moment for anybody. I'm fine with like a in the moment super upset. I would like to not have a cascade of grudge holding. Like
Sure. So
bad situation
let's
like hilarious and bad situation.
let's fast forward a
Doesn't
little
really
bit.
feel like there was a good way to get out of it.
So let's fast forward a little bit. Say everyone
Like
has
like
had
like a way that was going to feel happy. Like not like I as a D&D puzzle enjoy it very much.
it's real fun as a DM when you realize your microphone has been muted for the last.
Oh no, it has. Yeah.
So I've had
So,
input.
like-
One, good call on asking. Two, let's in the game fast forward a little bit as everyone has had a little bit of a chance to walk it off and cool off, so that we could end on a good spot. Does that sound like a good idea for everybody?
Yes,
great.
that sounds great.
And
Was it-
I don't know what that looks like for Corinne. Like I don't know what nerves if any nerves we touch there. So like I don't want to dictate where anybody else does with their where anybody else's character goes. That's just sort of where I'm at in terms of like, do we need to talk it out more versus do we just fix it forward? Not fix it forward.
No.
We just play it forward.
Like Corinne will be fine. She is just her pride's a little hurt. Like
that was my guess. Was that this was like this was and as a as a game story moment, loved it. Like as a player, I'm fine.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
I
I think I have. Sorry, go ahead.
I just think that Erebus has been trying to ride it out for a good 48 hours now with constant stress and has hit her breaking point.
extremely fair.
So she's like, you know what? Okay, that's fine. We'll just not talk about it right now. Whatever.
Sable is going to look at you and go, I shiny rock, and he's going to tap his rock twice and become a shiny rock. He's just decided he wants to be a shiny rock for right now.
I mean, that is completely fair. Erebus will pick up the shiny rock and just kind of hold it to her chest for a moment and then put it in her bag for safekeeping.
Oh,
Yeah.
if only we could be
Yeah.
shiny rock.
we all could.
Even Sable picks up on the awkward. Sable picks up on the awkward and goes, I'm not going to add to this. I'm just going to be a shiny rock.
What a good boy. He's learning so well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if I can
Anyway, go
say
ahead,
a little
Rebecca.
bit, if I can say a little more about where I'm at before we do the fast forward, like I think that it's at a place where like Eliana is pretty sure that nothing she can say will make Corinne any happier, but that if she stays quiet, things will probably calm down. If she's quiet and she stays on task and she does well, so at least that's my current impression. I don't know if that's incorrect, but that's what we're doing. You know, stay quiet, calm down, things will be better.
No, and I appreciate that. And it truly, like, it is some injured pride at this point. Like,
Okay, yeah.
after an hour or so, like, walking in the woods, Corinne will have cooled off.
Great. Sounds good.
The swamp.
Swamp,
In
man.
the swamp. Yes.
Magic and swamps and just everything is awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grim will be prestidigitate anytime but she's within range, but I'm guessing that's not many times at first. But eventually.
And eventually, I think Corinne will kind of like sulky walk up to Erebus and just be like, Will you still and then just like holds out her arm, just like expression of like just fine, do it.
Okay, Erebus will cast Cure Wounds. And let's see, 1d8. All right, 11 points of healing.
Okay. And then she'll just kind of like, thank you.
Sure. Are you okay?
I will be. Just pretend that nothing happened.
Okay. Can do.
And then she just keeps walking.
Yep, Erebus will also just keep walking. But she feels better now that Corinne has talked to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tension goes out of her shoulders.
Yeah.
Grim took this opportunity to sneak up within 10 feet and do a little prestidigitation and then sneak away. Let me check how that sneaking went. 18. 18
Corinne-
sneaking.
Nice.
Corinne pretends not to notice.
Delightful. No, we haven't stopped moving, so Bosa isn't back yet.
Okay. So everyone kind of calms down after a pretty intense encounter. We're gonna call it for tonight.
Oh, good.
Alright.
Wow. Everyone is truly having the worst of days.
Truly.
I gotta say, I love that encounter. That whole everything,
it was-
the
You guys-
environmental
it was
puzzle and the
extremely
creatures.
good.
and
Do you
the-
guys want a peek behind the GM screen?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes, please.
I only did about 20% of the work designing that. The other 80% was given to me by ChatGPT.
Wild.
That is wild.
Oh my god. I love that so much.
Like, the 20% of it was the skilled labor part, but genuinely 80% of the, like, you know, what is in the swamp? Where are they going? What is the location? What are the dangers? Sort of stuff was given to me by ChatGPT.
Fascinating.
That is wild.
I was like, I keep throwing the same thing at them over and over and over again. So I was like, you know what? I just need to get out of my own head, make the robot do it.
Good work, human, and good work, robot.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Wow.
Cool.
Wild.
The
Yeah.
magic pool was my favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
So the prompt that was
Yeah.
given to me was a list of challenges, and it said enchanted pools and magical glades that can alter the environment and or perceptions of those who enter them. And my brain went, oh, wild magic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So then I made ChatGPT tell me what sort of wild magic that it would be, and it gave me a list of 5 things. It said elemental chaos, polymorph, invisibility, time shift, wild surge, and memory leak.
Time shift, and what was the last one?
Wild surge and memory leak. I'd eliminated wild surge and made that an automatic I would reroll because I didn't like it. It was too unspecific.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, okay, name 4 small animals, and it said mouse, squirrel, rabbit, or chipmunk.
Amazing.
So.
Wow.
Oh, squirrel, rabbit, or chick.
Incredible.
Well, you certainly got the most entertaining roll of that option.
I don't know, I think
yeah, it's
Corinne
true.
would have been a fantastic squirrel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she would have been a terrifying squirrel.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrifying.
One of those red squirrels that
It would
will
have been
eat your
easier to
face.
get her down from the trees, though.
Yeah, I mean,
What the hell
or to
was
just
that?
wait. Like the burrow was such an interesting problem because it was like anything else we could have just waited out, but not knowing, like
Mhm.
knowing she was under the